Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here, and today I'm going to be showing you on how to apply a screen protector for your gauge cluster. I got this one from Moto Skin, and it's actually just like your cell phone. It's a screen protection for your gauge cluster. So if you're anything like me, I always like to try to keep my screen either on my bike or on my cell phone from scratches. And yeah, I just don't like to have any scratches on the screen that I'm looking at, especially on my gauge cluster. Another reason is if I ever happen to sell my R3, or if you ever happen to sell your R3, if you don't have any scratches on your gauge cluster, so by having a screen protector, that also makes the bike look good, and it'll probably get a little bit more money on the sale. Okay, so let me show you the things that you're going to need to get started on applying the screen protection on your gauges. Okay, so there's a few products you could use to clean the gauge cluster. You could use glass cleaner, like I have here, and any lint-free towels. So as long as there's no lint on the towel, that's what you want to use, because you don't want to put your screen protector on and find out that there's a piece of lint that got stuck onto the screen protector. Now it's embedded into the screen protector, and you're always going to be staring at it while you ride. You want to make sure that you have lint-free towels. Now another thing you could use, if you wear glasses like I do, or you have sunglasses, you could also use a kit like this. Now it will come with a lint-free cloth that's especially made for cleaning glasses, either sunglasses or regular glasses. And then over here I also got a lens cleaner solution. So if you have this, you could use this as well. But if you don't have this, you don't wear glasses or sunglasses, you could use the glass cleaner and a lint-free towel. Okay, so let's get started on the installation. Sorry for the glare, guys, but unfortunately I tried everything to do what I can do to get rid of the glare. This is caused because I have a spotlight on the front, on the top here on the ceiling, to show you guys what I'm doing here. So it's showing you here. This may look like my gauge cluster is scratched, but actually it's not. When I bought my bike, I actually did put a screen protection on here, but I kind of just made my own from some screen protection I had laying around the house. I just cut to make it fit onto the gauge cluster. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to peel this off, and then I'm going to clean the area. So right now we're actually going to go do section at a time. I think we'll first off start with this little section right here. So what you want to do is you want to grab your cleaning solution, either the sunglass or eyeglass cleaner, or you could grab your window cleaner. Okay, so we're going to get our cleaning solution, and we're just going to give it a good spray right there. We're going to grab your lint-free cloth, and we're just going to go ahead and wipe down the area. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that the area is clear, and make sure that there's no lint or any dust on the area where we're going to put our screen protection. So just give it a good wipe down, make sure that the area is dry. Give it a little bit more wipe down, and just make sure that when you look at it that there's no dust anywhere on the surface of the gauge cluster, because as soon as you get that one little dust when you go to put your screen protection, it's actually gonna have that speck of dust go onto the screen protection, and then you're just gonna see this little speckle on there. And for me, that just drives me crazy, so just want to make sure you wipe it down. So right now it's good enough, and we're gonna grab our screen protection. I also forgot to mention to you guys, make sure that your hands are clean when doing this installation, because you want to make sure that you don't have any dust or anything on your hands either. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our screen protector. We're going to grab the piece that goes there, and before putting it on there, I'm going to make sure that I give it another wipe down to make sure that all the dust is off the plastic. Okay, so when you flip over our package here and you rip away this little piece here, when you open it, you're going to see it actually comes with instructions on how to prep the surface that you're going to apply your screen protection. So when you open it, inside you're going to have your screen protection, you're going to have a little alcohol prep wipe and a little kind of squeegee thing, and you're also going to have a sticker. Even though they are yellow here, they're not actually yellow. It's just a kind of a screen protection layer that they put on here. It does come with a lint-free cloth and a prep wipe, which I didn't know, or else I would have just showed you in the package that it came in it. But it's good to have something separate in case you don't have it. But good thing that in the package it does give you preparation tools to install your screen protection. Alright, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to grab that little triangle piece that goes off to the side. So I'm just going to take this to your main screen. Okay, so even though it does come with a little alcohol prep wipe and your lint-free towel, I'll probably use a lint-free towel, but I don't like to use these kind that come in the packages just because they might be a little too harsh for the plastic. So that's why I recommend getting the eyeglass cleaner, because that's actually safe for these types of surfaces, because if it's good enough to clean your eyeglasses, because it's not going to ruin them, it should be good enough to clean the gauge cluster there. Okay, so we already got our little piece right here. So this little slanted piece is going to go towards the bottom, and this more pointier piece is going to go towards the top. So when you put it on there, it should go on there like so, like this. So that little curved part is going to actually go leaning against the RPM gauge. So it should go on like so, like this. Okay, so first things we're going to do is we're going to peel part of the backing off, make sure our little spot there is clean, and then we're going to install our little screen protection piece. Again guys, sorry for the glare, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I have. So okay, so now that we got our little piece right here, we're going to give our area just another quick wipe down, make sure that all the dust particles are off of the plastic. Okay, so now it's clean. What we're going to do first is we're going to peel off this yellow film. So that's going to be that first layer. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to take this yellow film off of the screen protection. It might get a little tricky if you're having difficulty. You could also get a hobby knife and that will take off the yellow piece. Okay, now that we got that part off, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the backing of the clear screen protection. And like I said guys, if it does get tricky, you could also use a hobby knife to get that piece off. Just give it a few times to take it off. Now when you go ahead and start taking and using your hobby knife to take the backing of this, make sure you don't put your fingerprint on it, and make sure you do not touch this area. You don't want a fingerprint on it because then it's going to show on the screen protector, nor do you want any dust particles in that area either. So just try to do the best you can on taking the backing off as carefully as possible and then going ahead to stick it on to the bike. Okay, now that we got that off, now we're going to go ahead and not turn on our turn signals there. Oh, there I go, I just lost the piece. Now that's garbage. Alright guys, so I guess we won't be putting that part in. As you could see how delicate that was and how easy it was to actually drop that piece. So now I'm out of luck with that. So I'm going to probably just make another piece from the screen protectors that I could probably cut a little piece from. So I'll probably use that. So now that one was a lost cause. It's already garbage on that piece. I already recovered it from the floor, and as you could see, you can see that there's all the little dirt and everything that got stuck to that plastic. So now this is a ruined piece. Can't use it anymore, nor do I want to use it. So that kind of made me very upset that I had dropped it, and I know it's going to be that flimsy. So I'm going to be very careful on doing the other part, but hopefully it doesn't happen to you guys and you're able to install it with no problem. So this piece is no good, it's garbage. Nothing I could do about it now. Alright, so now let's get to our main RPM gauge here and go ahead and do the same process that we did over there. We're going to spray our cleaning solution and then get our lint-free towel and clean off the surface of that area. Okay, so we're just going to give it a little bit of a spray. It doesn't have to be that much. Now we're just going to grab our little cloth and then we're going to wipe down the screen. Now we're going to grab our lint-free towel here. We're just going to give it a good wipe down and make sure that we clear all the dust, pretty much the same as the little spot over there previously. Just make sure that you get all the markings and everything off of your screen. And then once you have it nice and clean and clear and no dust particles, then you can just go ahead and we're going to apply the main screen protector. Okay, so when you get your main RPM gauge screen protector, you're going to see that it has a number 2, and then on the other side it has a number 1. Focus in there for you guys. So as you can see on this side it has a number 1, step 1, and then when you flip it to the other side you can see it says step 2. So the first thing you're going to want to remove, which I think it came in backwards when I received it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove where it said step 1. So that's going to be the little red tag. So just go ahead and remove that. Now before we do that, I just want to give it one more quick wipe down on the screen. Just want to make sure that there is no dust when we apply this, because that's the worst. Alright, there is no dust there. Now let's go ahead and let's remove the backing of the screen protector. Now it's always a good idea to do it face down, because if you do it face up you can get a dust particle on it. So while we do this, let's go ahead and let's just remove it like so. At the same time, you do not want to touch the back end of this screen protector. So let's just go ahead and grab it like so. At the same time, you could go ahead and grab the little black piece up here, and as we apply it, you could grab the black piece and you could use that as a guidance to stick the screen protection onto the gauge cluster. At least get it started there. Now that we got it started, you could either use your lint-free cloth to kind of press onto the screen protector. It's going back and forth with it, and don't worry about the air bubbles, because as you're doing it, you're actually pressing onto the screen protector to remove the air bubbles. So just go back and forth in a sweeping motion on getting the screen protector onto your gauge cluster. Just go little by little, and also removing the backing as you're going down. You get any air bubbles, just try to press them out so they should come off. Okay, and then once you get to the bottom, there you go. Alright, so this one was a success. Get those air bubbles out by pushing them down. So give it a little force and then just push the air bubbles down. They should come off. And actually it doesn't even look that bad in the yellow color, but I'm going to remove it anyway. If you guys want to keep the yellow color, just all you have to do is just remove this sticky tape, this black one. Just remove it very carefully, and you'll have actually a yellow screen protector for your gauge. For me personally, I'm just probably going to remove it because I just want it clear. So, but we'll leave that there for now, and we're just going to go ahead and go to our next step, which is the speedometer on the right side. Okay, now same thing with that one. We're just going to go ahead and give it a little squirt of the cleaning solution, getting your lint-free towel and wiping down the area, making sure that you don't have any dust particles or any marks on your screen. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our final screen protector. As I was cleaning over here, I did notice two specks right here. No matter how hard I try cleaning it, it's not coming off. And upon closer inspection, I've noticed that those little spots are actually on the inside of the plastic. I have no idea how it even got in there, so I think maybe one day in the future I may take it apart and clean it from the inside. But for now, there's nothing I can do about it. I even noticed that there's actually a speckle of dust inside the gauge cluster, inside the plastic of this. So there's no way for me to get to it, nor do I even know how I even got there to begin with. So, but for the surface of over here, it's gonna make sure that it's clean again. And again, we're just gonna make sure there's no dust debris on it, no speckles of dust on the outside at least. And it doesn't appear to be any. All right, now that we don't have any on the outside, same thing with this one. It also has a step 2 and step 1. The step 2 is the black sticker. Step 1 is the red sticker. Again, you want to do is you want to grab the red sticker and peel it away. And what you want, always make sure that you have it facing down, because if you have it facing up and you pull it, a dust speckle can get on it and it'll stick there forever, as you saw on the first piece that fell on the floor. Okay, so now let's go ahead and peel this piece off, and at the same time we're going to stick it on there, and while doing so we're going to hold the black piece to help us guide it in and hold it in place. Okay, so let's grab our piece and make sure while you're doing this that you don't get any fingerprints nor touch that side of the screen protector. It may get tricky when you're doing this, but just try to do the best you can. Alright, on that one it didn't come out as smooth as I thought, and as you could see, you could even see on the camera how many little air bubble pockets I have there. If I do happen to get them out, that'd be great, but at this point I don't think I can. I'm going to try the best I can on pressing and pushing upward to get rid of those bubbles. So that's going to take me some time, so I'm just going to pause the video now so you guys don't see me just pushing bubbles out of the plastic. Okay, now that you're done putting your screen protectors on there, like I said, if you wanted to keep that yellow look, you could. All you have to do is just be careful on removing that step 2 sticker on both of them, and then you'll be with the yellow screen protectors. But for me, I'm just going to keep it clear. So what I'm going to do is now to remove the little black sticker, all I have to do is just grab it and then just peel it off of the screen protector. So now you're left with a very clean screen protector on your gauge cluster. Go ahead and put that off to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other part over here for the speedometer part. Just go ahead and just peel it off. And there we go. Well, it looks like I was able to get that air bubble out, but unfortunately it looks like I had another one here and I still can't get that one out. So I'm not too sure if a dust particle actually was able to get on there. But for now, it bothers me a little bit, but not too much. I'll see what I could do in the future to get that out. Maybe use a heat gun or a hair dryer to get that out. And then for that piece that I had lost at the beginning of the video, I did use a separate screen protector that I had laying off to the side. It's not perfect, but at least it's covering that piece. And as you can see in the camera, it's kind of have a little bit of an air bubble pocket, but on real life you can't really see it. It's like only what the camera could see. It captures every little detail on the gauge cluster, but at least that part is covered it up. So there we go. Now we have our gauge cluster all nice and clean, and it's protected by the elements. Therefore, it's not going to get any scratches on it. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching.